Have you ever logged into a game just to do a quick daily and suddenly it's midnight, your coffee is cold and your XP bar is full? We call it grinding, like it's something boring, but we keep doing it over and over for hours across different games, across different years of our lives. So today I want to understand with you why we actually enjoy grinding so much. Is it just dopamine? Is it addiction? Or did game designers secretly hack some parts of your brain? In this video, we're going to break down the psychology and game design behind grinding in simple language with real examples. By the end of this video, you will look at your favorite game and think, yep, I see exactly what they did there. Let's start with what's happening in your brain when you kill the same mob 200 times in a row and somehow don't hate it. Imagine opening a loot chest. Your brain does a tiny drum roll. Is it trash? Is it legendary? Trash, legendary. You click purple item. Your heart does that small yes. That little emotional spark is not random. That's dopamine firing in your brain. The chemical that signals the reward and motivation. And here is the twist. Your brain reacts stronger when the reward is uncertain. So when the game says, maybe the next mob will drop it, your brain says, okay, we stay in. Let's break down how it works in simple terms. Game grinding lives on a very old psychological trick called variable reward or variable radius schedule. It's a reward system where you get rewards after a random number of actions. You kill one mob, no drop. You kill 10, still no drop. You kill number 11, boom, rare sword. Your brain learns, if I keep doing this action, sometimes I get something exciting. That sometimes is important. In fixed rewards, where the result is predictable, like 100 XP per quest, your brain gets used to it. It's still nice, but not exciting. In variable rewards, for example, random loot, rare mounts, gacha pools, your brain can't predict the exact moment, so dopamine spikes harder when the reward finally appears. This is related to operant conditioning, a learning process where behavior is shaped by rewards and punishment. The game gives you a reward just often enough that your brain connects. Grind action, maybe reward, keep grinding. And it doesn't even have to be a big reward. Sometimes a tiny upgrade, a blue item instead of gray, or just watching your gold number go up is enough to keep you in the loop. So, the first big reason we like grinding is simple. Our brain is wired to repeat actions that sometimes give us something cool. But grinding is not only chemicals. There is another big piece of the puzzle. Seeing progress. You know that moment when your XP bar is almost full and you think, I should probably go to sleep. But it's just one more run. I'm basically level 29 already. That almost there feeling is not random. There is a name on it in psychology. The goal gradient effect. A phenomenon where we work harder the closer to a goal we are. Games don't just let you grind. They give you bars, numbers, milestones, stars and tears, so your brain can see that you are moving forward. Humans love clear feedback. In game design, this part called a feedback loop, a cycle where your action leads to a visible reaction, which encourages to the next action. So you kill a monster, XP pops up, bar moves, sound plays, your brain gets a complete story. I did something. The world reacted. I'm closer to my goal. Now, the goal gradient effect says that the closer we get to the goal, the more effort we are willing to put in. So if your bar is at 10%, you might relax. But at 90%, suddenly everything feels like just one more run. Game designers know this. That's why XP bars are very visible. Battle passes show you are tier 19 of 20. Quests repeat numbers like 9 of 10 wolves killed. Grinding also gives micro goals. Next level, next weapon upgrade, next piece of gear. Each of these is like a tiny project that you can finish in 15-30 minutes. In real life, big goals like career, fitness, money can take months or years. No bar, no instant feedback. Games instead say, you want progress? Here is a bar you can fill in half an hour. So the second reason we love grinding, it gives us clear, visible progress. in a world where many things feel slow and vague. But there is more. It's not only about numbers going up. Grinding also gives us a feeling of control and mastery. Think about your favorite grind spot. You know the route, you know the spawn timers, you know exactly how many hits each mob needs. It almost feels automatic. Your fingers just do it. That calm, focused feeling when the game is not too hard and not too easy has a name that you probably heard. Flow. A mental state of full focus where you completely engaged in the task. Grinding, when done well, is a flow machine, and let's understand why. There is a psychological theory called self-determination theory, a framework that says people are motivated when three needs are met: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Grinding actually hit all three. First one, autonomy, feeling of choice. You can decide how to grind, which spot, which build, solo or with friends. Second need, competence, feeling skilled and effective. Over time, you get better. You optimize your route, you learn your patterns, you get faster at rotations. That feeling of, I'm good at this, is very satisfying. And third one, relatedness, feeling connected to others. We will talk about this more in the next blog, but grinding often happens with a group, a guild, or just around other players. Flow appears when challenge matches skill. If grinding is too easy, it becomes boredom. Too hard, frustration. Just right, time disappears. This is why some grinds feel relaxing and almost meditative. Your brain is busy, but not stressed. The world outside the game kind of fades away. So the reason number 3, we enjoy grinding when it gives us a comfortable challenge that we feel in control of. We are not just pressing buttons, we are running a system that we have mastered. But grinding is rarely a purely solo experience. Let's talk about the social side. Be honest, how many times you grind something not because you want it, but because your friends had it already? Maybe it was a raid title, rare mount, skin, or a ranked border. Whatever it was, you saw someone else with it and thought, I want that too. Suddenly, a boring grind turns into a social mission. Games are not just systems, they are social spaces. A lot of grinding is powered by 3 aspects: FOMO, a fear of missing out, the anxiety that others will enjoy something you are not part of; social proof, we tend to copy what others around us do or value; status, wanting to show that we are skilled, dedicated, or just very stubborn. Examples of it: limited time events, play this week or miss the skin forever; seasonal battle passes, your friends are tier 50 and you are still tier 12; guild or clan content, you don't want to be the only one without the gear for the raid night. In self-determination theory terms, this is that relatedness need, the feeling that we are part of a group. Grinding becomes a shared routine. Let's do dailies together. A social ritual. Friday night raid every week. A story. Remember that time it took us 87 runs to get that mount? I'm really related to it from the World of Warcraft. So, the fourth reason we love grinding, it transforms into social bonding. Even if the task is repetitive, doing it with others makes it meaningful. But of course, it's not all positive. Sometimes grinding goes too far. There is a moment when grinding stops feeling like a fun process and starts feeling like paying the rent to the game. You're not excited anymore, you just feel like you have to log in. Maybe you are chasing a 1% drop. Maybe your daily checklist takes longer than actual fun. Maybe a battle pass expiring and you are speedrunning levels or tasks, not enjoying anything. At that point, the same system that made grinding fun starts to feel like a pressure. Game design has a term: dark patterns. Design tricks that push players into doing things that are good for metrics, but not always good for the player. Examples that can turn grinding into a trap: excessive FOMO. If you don't grind hard this week, you will never get this again. Artificial time sinks. Content stretched out with low drop rates or long cooldowns. overloaded checklists, so many dailies and weeklies that it feels like a second job. Psychologically, grinding can switch from I want to do this to I must do this, or I lose progress, rewards, status, etc. That's the move from intrinsic motivation, doing something because you enjoy it, to extrinsic motivation, doing something only for the reward. When that happened, players often burn out, quit the game suddenly, or stay but feel frustrated and tired. Important note here: enjoying grinding doesn't automatically mean you're addicted or doing something wrong. But it's useful to notice when the game is no longer respecting your time. So, the fifth insight: the same psychological tools that make grinding fun can also be pushed too far, which is bad both for players and long term for the game. So, what can we do with all of this? Grinding is not going anywhere. As long as games have levels, loot, and progression, we will be killing boss again and again. But how we grind is actually something we can control. We can either let the game completely drive us, or we can understand what's going on and let the grind work for us, not against us. First, as players, try these three simple ideas. First, set your own goals. Instead of following the game's checklist, decide, today I just want to relax and farm. Or today I'm going 3 matches, not 30. Having your own rule gives you back the sense of autonomy. Second idea, notice the almost there trap. When you catch yourself saying just one more level, 5 times in a row, pause. Ask, am I still having fun, or am I just feeling a bar? Third idea, respect your energy, not just your time. If grinding starts to feel heavy, it's okay to stop, even if the bar is at 95%. Yesterday I played World of Warcraft Classic, and I left the game when I was at like a 4% before level, because the game will be still here tomorrow. It's okay. Now, for game designers or anyone interested in design, use clear progression for player. Bars, milestones, upgrades, but make sure they connect to real moments of fun, not just chores. Be careful with FOMO. Limited rewards can be excited, but permanent pressure burns people out quickly. Always ask, is this grind meaningful or just padding? Meaningful grind usually teaches the player something, gives interesting choices, or fits the fantasy of the game world. The main idea here: grinding is not just being addicted to numbers. It's a mix of brain chemistry, visible progress, mastery, and social connection. If we understand that, we can enjoy grinding without feeling guilty, recognize when it starts to cross the line, and design better, healthier game systems. So, why do players love grinding? Because grinding combines 4 elements. First one, dopamine spikes from random rewards, satisfying progress from bars and numbers go up, mastery and flow, where we feel skilled and in control, social bonds from guilds, clans, and shared experience. In best cases, the grinding is like a cozy routine. You log in, you know what to do, you see progress, you hang out with people. In the worst cases, it turns out to pressure and FOMO. If you enjoy this breakdown and want to keep learning how the games and game systems really work, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with that one friend that always says, I hate grinding, while grinding every evening. I'm curious, what is the most memorable grind you ever had in a game? Was it worth it in the end? Tell me in the comments. I want to read your stories.